Hey guys, this is Slaredko and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a sort of non-scripted video and I will give my overall thoughts and opinions on Black Flag Recent. So far, I am really enjoying the game. I'm about 30 hours in, so I haven't finished the game just yet, but what I have played, I have really enjoyed, and if you love the original Black Flag, I would give this game a shot. And without further delay, let us get straight into the video. Now, many of the things I really enjoy about Resynced is how it still encapsulates the feel of the original Black Flag. I mean, whether you're sailing around, listening to sea shanties, and overall just having a blast of a time. Even to this day, Ubisoft can still prove that they can balance the historical part of the immersion of being in a historical setting, but also keeping their own little spin on it. I mean, obviously Assassin's Creed isn't historically accurate. It never meant to be. But what I love about Assassin's Creed in general is just how grounded it feels in its setting. And you can't really find many historical games out there where you can live in an era. And what Black Flag Resynced does with the original, it makes a lot of improvements. I mean, obviously, look at the footage now. The game looks incredible. Now, it doesn't have the completely same HUD as the original. Obviously, it has the compass seen in the RPG games. It has a little bit of different mechanics on the left side where all the naval mechanics are and everything. But it just feels like a modern interpretation of Black Flag, and that's what I really enjoy about it. And the combat, it has a little bit in similarities. This game does take a lot of what mechanics were in Shadows, but greatly improves upon it. I mean, Ubisoft did not lie with its promotional trailers, and overall the game feels amazing. I mean, the takedown moves, the way you go around and still are able to have the same animations as the original. I mean, it feels incredible. Now, if there's one minor nitpick I would have about the game, and that's just my personal thing, and that's just with the newer games in general, and it started with Shadows, was giving Assassin's Creed this hub system. I mean, I get the premise of it, but with with Resynced being a remake, you would think they would give the original mid-menu to capsulate set. I mean, as whether you talk about Unity, Syndicate 3, 2, Revelations, I mean, every Assassin's Creed game that has its own menu gets you ready and grounded in the story and just the overall feeling of the game before you get into the game itself. But unfortunately, with Shadows and Resynced, just it feels like another one of those things where Ubisoft is trying to incorporate itself with the modern gaming genre. And personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's not something that I'm going to lose my mind over. But that's one of the nitpicks I would have about this game. Now, another thing I really enjoy about Resynced, especially with it being at a higher game engine, is that Ubisoft was able to take all the technology they had at this time and apply it to Black Flag. And like being able to sail into a city such as Havana and to not have to worry about a loading screen, it makes you feel just immersed. The one benefit that the newer games have in some areas, but Black Flag Resynced does the best of, is making you feel alive, making the world feel seamless, making the world feel like you're not just living in it, but you're actually a part of it. And that's what I really enjoy. This is one of the really great things I love about Resynced. Now, another thing that makes me a sucker for this game is Kenway's Fleet. In the original, Kenway's Fleet was sort of a mini game you could use to get ships, retrieve them, and send them on missions throughout the entire world. But in this, seeing the Kenway's Fleet being docked at Great Anagua, once again, sailing and seeing the seamless transition of sailing in and seeing the ships in your hideout is one of those things that Resync with its technology encapsulates that setting. I mean, it's amazing. And the other thing about Kenway's Fleet is that in Resynced, Ubisoft made it to where you can go and send them out on missions, but instead of the missions being in the world outside of the Black Flag map, they're literally within the Black Flag map. You could send them in each region you take over by forts, and any ship that you have, you can set it depending on the difficulty of the mission. But what I love about, I mean, I know I say I'm loving this game a lot, but it's basically taking Black Flag and a majority of what I loved about it and just enhancing it. And if you enjoy that about Black Flag, get resynced. I mean, it's utterly amazing what Ubisoft has done. And I'm one of those people in recent years that I talked about how I like the newer games, but the older games encapsulated me. My favorite games to this day are still the Kenway games and the Ezio trilogy. I love those games. And whether you I'm not gonna this isn't a discussion about whether the new games are set good games or good AC games. I'm talking about resynced, and resynced to me proves that Ubisoft can still deliver. Now to kind of bring this video, it's not going to be a very long video. I just really want to talk about resync so badly. But what I enjoy the most about it, and I mean literally the most, is Edward and the way Ubisoft incorporated his character. It's literally a lot of it is the same game. Don't get me wrong, a lot of it is the same game, but they've added more context to Edward. And with Steve Bonnet and the new officers that are on the deck of the Jackdaw, they added story elements to them. And I love Edward as a character. I think he resonates me with a lot. I love Matt Ryan and his performance as Edward Kenway. And you could tell that with this being a remake and so many years after the original, that Matt Ryan had to give a different performance. I mean, Edward sounds older. He looks older, obviously, with the engine and everything, but Matt Ryan does a good job at making the game feel different, making Edward the same character, but feel different. And the cast of characters in this game is amazing. And like I said, I have not finished this game yet. I look forward to. And I know there's going to be people out there that say, it's just the same game. Why are you buying the same game as Black Flag? Well, it's not. It is, but it isn't the same game. If people are just expecting a simple remaster out of this game, like they did AC3 or Rogue, they're sadly mistaken. I understand why Ubisoft decided to remake Resynced. It's one of the most popular games in the series. A lot of people love Edward as a character, they love the setting. Instead of Ubisoft being like, you know what, let's just choose a random game and remake it, they chose Black Flag as a stepping stone, and Ubisoft proved they can do it. They proved it, to me anyway, and I would love to see more remakes in the series, especially bringing older games like Black Flag or even the Ezio trilogy and the original. I would love to see an Assassin's Creed 1 remake because I like the first one, but I think it kind of needs the technology of 2020, the late 2020s, to give it an edge. And honestly, Ubisoft, you've earned my respect with this one. I look forward to future entries, but if you guys enjoyed Shadows and Mirage and a few of the recent ones, you're going to enjoy this. And for those of you who haven't played Black Flag, I'm not trying to give spoilers. This is like a non-scripted like talk review video. And if you want to play the original, I love the original. I'm still going to go back and play it. But if you want an interpretation of the original, but in modern standards, if you want to get into Edward's story, get Resynced. Get it. Even if you don't want to pay the $70, I understand, but wait till it becomes cheaper. Or if you want to pay the $70 or so, pay for it. It's worth every dollar to me. I mean, I've soaked almost 30 hours into this game, and I have not regretted it one bit. I appreciate the time you guys have given me to just talk about my general feelings. I've been busy a lot lately in my personal life, and I know I haven't been getting many videos out, but I intend to do more in the future. But thank you so much for allowing me to talk about Resynced, and if you enjoy it, please feel free to like or subscribe to the video and leave your comments down below if you guys have enjoyed Resynced, or if you think there's more left to be desired. Without further ado, this is Slybertco, and you guys all have a good rest of your day.